Welcome back, friends. Today we're going to be installing the simple pump into the well we just dug. This is going to give us the ability to hand crank water in addition to the electric pump. Let's take a look at the parts really quick. I'll give you my first impressions and then we'll jump into the install. If you're new to the channel, this is the well we just had drilled at about 300 feet. It's running at 15 gallons per minute and the static water level, meaning the water table line, is at 75 feet. The electric pump is installed, not hooked up yet, with a pitless adapter, so this is the perfect time. It's going to be easy to install the well cap and the simple pump. So my initial impressions on this is, well, the packaging was gorgeous, very well done. It came in two packages, nothing so heavy that I wasn't able to handle it. It came with 150 feet of pipe. The machining and the quality of the parts so far are very, very nice. I mean, you can see right there, I think that the well head or the pump head speaks volumes. Stainless steel nipples, very nice machining work. Brass inserts on all of the wear items, brass washers, very beautifully made. I mean, just even the little keeper tool here that we're going to use is that's just gorgeous. We woke up this morning and it was 19 degrees, which is quite a blessing because the ground's all frozen. I don't have to fight a bunch of mud. It's going to help keep things really nice and clean today. The electric pump sitting on this side, so I arranged the cap for the simple pump to sit on the other side. It'll be important to level this cap if we want our pump head to be plumb. Now I'm going to install that collar with the pinch screw in it that'll hold that, hold the pump head. There's an O-ring on here that we're going to have to slide the main pump past. So if we put a little Vaseline on there, that'll help that from being damaged. Now there's a pinch screw on here. Make sure you place that in a place where you can get at it. If you're going to be putting this in maybe like a tight pump house or something, you won't be able to get a tool on that. These pipes all have little protective caps on them that will keep the, I guess they call these the sucker rods. And we need to take the first one out and we need to attach it to the pump. I guess it's the piston that's going to go down in there. All right, tighten those guys down to the shoulders meet. Boy, even the Teflon tape they provided is high-end nice stuff. 3 wraps, no more than 5. Once that's hand tight, they said half a turn beyond hand tight. I think we're ready to put that in there. This is the little safety tool that they made that fits over, I guess it fits over like this, that will prevent that coupler, prevent you from dropping it down in the hole. So that's really important. So we'll put that there and I think we're ready to install it. Now that the head's cleared that collar, we'll put that safety tool on. That's a nice, beautifully machined little piece. Well, how clever is that? That just rests nicely against that stainless steel coupler there. They've provided these little spacers here that you slide in between each section of the sucker rod, and that keeps it from rubbing on the side of the casing there. We are 90 feet down and we're well in the water. I hit the water a section ago. It's getting a little bit heavy working by myself. I know they don't recommend you put these in by yourself, but being a West Coast man, we do the work of two ordinary men, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you want, you can put this little helper T-handle on that they provided, and I'm going to do that just to give me a little bit more to hang on to when I'm dropping that. Because each section that we add to this is increasing the weight to, what, another 5 pounds or so. So at the very end of it, I think at 150 feet, you can be right around 75 pounds. Don't quote me on that, but that's pretty heavy to do by yourself. I apologize for the bad light here. It's going to be murderous for a while. So this is important though. So we're down 140 feet. Can you see me? This is the last piece. Now this one's special because it has a weep hole drilled in it right down here. What a weep hole allows you to do is it makes it frost proof. So when you pump it, you charge the pump, if that water's left in there, it will freeze and crack and destroy the whole deal. So you want to be sure that you set this one aside and put it in last. It's clearly marked. There should never be any excuse to put that in there. And that'll be the 150. So we'll put this in now and then install the head. Sometimes it'll hit a little rock ledge and I'll just pick it up, rotate it, it slides right on past. The book says when you have the pipes and the sucker rod all installed that this needs to measure between 4 and 6 inches. So we're 5.5. So that looks great. Next we'll put the stainless steel threaded nipple into the bell end there of that last piece of pipe, and it said just to hand tighten, and so no Teflon, so we'll see, just follow the instructions here. Next piece must be a fancy piece. Oh man, I'm sorry about the light, guys. It's in a protected case. Nice packaging on the simple pump stuff. As someone who's done a lot of that, I can definitely appreciate it. I've been using 243 Loctite just a little bit on this stuff. Well, that's a beautifully machined piece right there. So thread that on there and we'll tighten this one up just like the other ones. Now there are actually flats on the top of this one. Three wraps of Teflon around the top of the nipple. It wasn't clear about putting it on the bottom. I don't know why we wouldn't put it on the bottom. That just doesn't make sense. I think that maybe that was an oversight there. I'm gonna put it on the bottom. I'm feeling crazy today. Now the part we've all been waiting for. We got the riser and the pump head. This is a beautiful little pump head. I'll show you up close here when we get in it. Now we have to go through a little, there is a piece in the center, kind of a guide we have to go through. So you might have to wiggle that around a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see it easy enough. Same thing here. Tighten it as tight as you can by hand, and then a half a turn. I could probably do this, but it'd be safer if I had you just help me a little bit. Okay. So what we have here is this is the riser for the pump. Okay. So it's going to slide down in there, and then this yellow handle here is attached to a pinch bolt. Do you see that opening right there? Yeah. See how it closes up? That will clamp around it and keep it from slipping. Okay. So when I tell you to tighten this, go ahead and tighten it up till it's firm. Okay. This is a safety tool right here that's just sitting here on top of these bolts. So when I lift this coupler up, you'll just remove this and just sit it aside. Okay. And then help me just kind of watch in case I need you. I'm going to lower it down there about 6 inches, and then you're going to tighten the set screw. That's good right there. Go ahead and remove it. And we want to guide that right down through there. Okay. There's an O-ring. All right, go ahead and tighten the pinch bolt there. That's good. This is starting to get really cool now. So here's the handle. These come in two different lengths. I think this is the longer one, like a 3 foot and a 2 foot. Beautifully machined. It's got like a, I don't know what that is. It feels like ABS, but it almost feels like it's been turned on a lathe. Really a nice feeling handle. And then of course those must be bronze bushings in there, or brass bushings. We've got these two little brass wear rings. Look at that little pin. It's a spring loaded pin, so you could take the handle off. That's a nice, that's a neat little unit right there. So we just have to, I guess these will just sandwich in there. These could be replaced as they wear so you don't tear up your handles. That is cool. With that handle assembly put together, we're going to thread this to that stainless steel rod. Now this is, of course, stainless steel. This isn't. This is anti-seize. I'm going to put this on the threads. Now whenever you mate two dissimilar metals like stainless steel and aluminum, you can get some corrosion, and they can literally bond themselves together. So this will help in preventing that from happening if you ever needed to take that off. And I think I read that these are backwards threads as well, which I don't understand, but I'll take their word for it. It looks like they are. Let's see, is that gonna, let's see, I'll have to lift that up a little bit. Oh, okay. So I can get one started. We can finish up with the stainless steel. There's a stainless steel 90. I'm actually going to change this, put a little, maybe a 12-inch stainless nipple on there. That way I can hang a bucket on it. You know what, guys? I'm going to lower that a little bit. I think I always forget, not everyone is as tall as I am, and I always set things a little too tall for a lot of people.